Welcome everybody to day 2 of the coin flip entries for TradeBlade. The challenge is, can TradeBlade make money with coin flipping the entries on at 7 o'clock in the morning Central Time every day, to see if the claims that TradeBlade makes are true or are not true. Maybe we validate them, maybe we don't validate them, but we're going to try. So the first thing we're going to do is start TradeBlade up.
Welcome to TradeBlade.
We're going to start up here. We're going to add a pair. So what TradeBlade does is it's a hedging trading system. So you trade your prop account, and the hedge, you will have a live account that hedges the other side of it. So you need a $2,000 account with NinjaTrader brokerage, and you simply, I'll show you. You attach the primary account to your, we're going to use sim accounts here for this test. For your prop account, sim live for your hedge account. So this is live capital, would normally be live capital. We're going to run this with a simulation because I think that I kind of maybe have edge. I don't know. I can't prove that. But what I do know is that TradeBlade itself structurally doesn't need edge. So we're going to see if I'm full of it or if it's real. We'll do direct entry. That just means buy and sell buttons, just normal familiar buttons. We're going to trade NQ. And so yesterday, here's what we did yesterday. Day 1 results, we lost 1K on the eval, so we have 1,000 left, 2K drawdown. These are standard Apex 50K end of day drawdown accounts. So we made $96 on our 2K capital. Let's put our commissions in. So far, $1.90, and our eval fee was $40. So this is our net so far. And let's go ahead and flip a coin and see what direction we're going to go. Oh, let's actually finish the card out. So this is what I call a pair card. And we're going to set the profit target to 4K this time because we lost 1,000 yesterday on it. Again, this is fake money. But we're going to set it to 4K so that, little cushion there, so that if we win, we get a funded account. If we lose, we blow the account, we capture another $100, and we're done for that evaluation cycle. Max loss, that's the daily loss limit. I'm going to change that to daily loss limit, I think. All right. Okay, so we're simulating this again because I feel like I do have edge, even though I probably don't. TradeBlade doesn't need
Pairing
it.
card armed.
So here's your pair card, and from this pair card, you can launch a chart. It does have a little mini chart just to kind of give you a general idea of what's going on. This is live. This is a live chart, and this is designed so that in the future, if we go to mobile, we've got the mobile scaffolding up. But if we do go to mobile, this would be a nice shape for a phone. You notice it's sort of, we could design it in such a way everything fits, but this is essentially all we need to trade from a mobile device. So we're going to find out if we're going to go long or short here. So we're going to hit this roll button, and a number between 1 and 2 will come up. And if it's a 1, we'll go long. If it's a 2, we'll go short. We're going to do this every day at 7 in the morning. and just kind of see what happens. So today is a short. So let's go in here and we are going to go
Prop
short.
short filled on NQ. Hedge long filled on MNQ. Fully hedged.
Now, TradeBlade fired both orders within about 10 to 20 milliseconds of each other. They're two separate instruments. Both were market orders, so we're probably going to eat some spread. So let's see how much spread we did eat. 2.25. So that's 9 ticks. 9 ticks is 450. 450. And then we're going for $100 profit per eval cycle. You can run multiple evals at the same time if you want to. I like doing it individually because, to be honest, I feel better with the variance. Why do this to prop firms anyway? Why crush them? We don't need to crush them. We can all make money and be fine. But you could get a little unlucky and lucky slash unlucky and get a payout and have 20 funded accounts all get paid out at the same time, which is a $30,000 payday. They're not going to be probably very pleased with that. So we try to keep everybody happy, run TradeBlade in alignment with the prop firm, make the payout the rarest event, make the eval failure the highest event, and we collect the money every time, no matter what, on average. And what do I mean by this? So I'm going to go here to the website, to the math page, and set the evals for. I'm going to change this. I tried something. What's going on here? Okay, 40 and 100. Trying a $70. I had heard Apex was doing a $70 no activation fee, and I was trying that out, and it works good. It works better, but they didn't actually go through with it. So this is the best deal we have. So we can determine our eval pass rate by what's called the gambler's ruin equation, or barrier geometry. Essentially, we can know the probability of hitting one barrier, profit target, versus the other barrier, the end of day drawdown. And we can it's a very simple equation, and it doesn't matter what path you take. I won 3 in a row and then lost 2 and then won another 1 or 2. It doesn't matter unless there's an end of day drawdown that ratchets, which this is. So we're actually forced to try to pass this in 1 to 2 days, because that way the end of day drawdown ratchet never happens. So we always, on our opening profit target, we always set it to 3K. We always set our profit target to get a funded challenge in 1 day. We're trying to fail it, and here's why. The best expected value comes from scenario 1, fail the eval. Pass the eval is scenario 2, but you fail the funded challenge. Scenario 3, pass eval, get the payout. There's only 3 scenarios, and we can quantify each scenario. So we can model it, and we have one smallish loss that occurs when we pass the eval and fail the funded challenge. We give back a little bit of money. In essence, we recollect some of the money we lost, but we don't recover all of it. Scenario 3, which occurs about 10% of the time, we recover $742. Now, this is on a 2K account. Actually, $1,600 is really the minimum you need. So this is a massive win The problem is it takes 5 weeks to get there. You see the 13 and a half trading days here? To close this out, it takes 3 weeks plus a week or two for your payout. Assume 2 weeks. That's 5 weeks to make the 742. If you failed everything or most everything, the same 5 weeks would yield probably double the money. It's actually almost better because this happens in 2 days. We can fail this in 2 days. We can fail this in 2 days and then get back to this. And there's a 60% probability versus a 30% probability here. So if we just lean on these probabilities, we squeeze money out regardless. Every time this is like an unfair die, an unfair coin. This coin says we'll flip heads 60% of the time, we'll flip tails 30% of the time. And when we hit heads, we get $157. When we hit tails, which happens half the time, we pay 87. Anybody would take that. Anybody would take that coin flip. And then you have a third one, which is just kind of the long way. And this really should be avoided. Once you go through this one time, you are going to be just like me. No more. Make this as rare as possible. Don't try to get to payouts. Keeps the prop firms happy too. Anyway, you make far more money doing this, and you keep the prop firms happy. We want to be the prop firm's best customer. All right. So let's go ahead and check on our so we almost got all the way there. So this is a loss on the prop firm account. This is a win in real money. Of course, we are using sim accounts, so I use real in quotes. So let's organize. Sorry about that. Let's organize this. All right. So anyway, any questions from anybody? Anybody want to say anything? Is there anybody there? It's okay. This will catch on. People will figure this out. They'll see this and they'll recognize some of the truth in it right away. And they may either put it on the back burner or visit it again later. And they'll be blown away. And TradeBlade is a joy to use. I mean, the things I love about this platform, it's essentially a platform on NinjaTrader. You do need NinjaTrader. Sorry to stutter up. I'm not really a big talker. I used to try to be more talkative back in the day, but you lose practice when you don't talk very much. It's a real skill, talking and entertaining people. So we're going to find out. We're going to sit here. It might be hours. Now, if it gets too long, I'm going to go away and give you the results later. So, but TradeBlade launches two separate orders on two separate instruments. It always does the prop account on NQ or the mini, so ES, NQ, YM. And the hedge, it takes 1/10 the size for every contract and we're just doing one hedge here. So it's 10% of the value, but this is real money. And we do MNQ for that so that it's, 1/10, we give it 1/10 the size. And if if we actually get to this line here, which is a $1,000 loss on the prop account, we actually, here's our second order. It's the MNQ. And I love how fast that is. Not easy right there, how fast that thing comes up. You have a little bit of a little HUD here that tells you sort of where you're at with your P&L. And how just quick, how TradeBlade just quickly came up. There was no issues, no delays. There's a lot to like about TradeBlade because, we've gone through a lot of edge cases and testing and making it faster, making it more efficient, because we want a great experience for you. I want a great experience for you. I want you to just love this thing. I want you to make a ton of money with this thing. You don't have to know what you're doing. Most of the gurus and the courses and everything, it always comes down to, if you didn't make money, it was ultimately your fault. I'm not saying trading with TradeBlade is completely foolproof, but it's way easier to manage. It doesn't take any prognostication. It doesn't take any discipline management. Just enter a random trade. I'm trying to prove that. Enter a random trade at the same time every day and let this math work itself out. If anyone can show me I'm wrong here, I mean, you'll save me a ton. But I don't see any issues. This math is, I mean, as solid as I could get it. So this is the real deal. Can't wait till you guys discover it and start making your eval journey profitable. At least pay for itself. If all it did was pay for itself, you're in much better shape. Get a 2K account. And I know that's difficult for some, difficult for a lot of people, most people. But if you can save $2,000, it gives you a goal. You need a little money to make money, and that's yours. You don't give that to me. You put it into a live brokerage account on NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is the best futures platform there is. So it's got the best commissions. Great company. So as it's moving down here, the issue is we'll lose $400. 100 that we made yesterday, 96, and we'll lose 300 more. So we'll give back the money we made yesterday and lose 300 more. But we will have a funded account. And that funded account we will try to fail it quickly. This is actually a little misleading. I don't like it. It does happen sometimes. I just think that we've been so cautious with presenting the numbers, worst case scenario, that this is a little misleading. If you fail this 2 days in a row, it's only going to be about $40 that you didn't recover back. You'll recover the full 400, and so that leaves $43 left. You can see what these itemized fees are. So it's only really like a minus $43 or 40, I don't know, minus around 40. So if that happens, we've recovered most of the capital that we lost. We were dead wrong. We were dead wrong on the direction, and yet recovered all the money the next day or the next couple of days, or pushed it to a payout We covered 1,500. Now the 1,500 is essentially trying to recover most of your money back. It's a break even scenario, let's be honest. But this bonus round is not break even. This puts you over the top because when we hedge with in the bonus round, which is essentially the second payout, we're hedging with 4 contracts and we're hedging 10% of the 2K drawdown. This 2K drawdown, when we're running the bonus, we still have that on the second payout. So I can collect $800 if I blow the account from here. I can also collect 900, lay $600 to get to the payout of 1,500, netting 900, less than 900, including commissions and so forth. So that's the idea. And if this trade gets all the way down here, we've got options to recover the capital. So I'm going to leave the live stream going here, but I'm not going to talk for a bit. And we'll be back here in a little bit. All right, we're showing some bullish action here. So let's check that out. So again, this was a coin flip. The challenge is, we'll call it the TradeBlade challenge. Flip a coin for direction so you have no directional bias. Will the thing make money at the end of the month? Will it break even? We don't know. Will it lose? We don't know. So I don't know. I really, all I've seen is the math, and I'm convinced by the math. So, I have a friend that has a PhD in mathematics, and he might be willing to take a look at this and see if it's real, see if I can break it, or see if he can break it. So we never know. This is the great, look, I mean, my trading days before were always nail biters and got to be really strict and disciplined. And now all I have to do is, and we'll see, but flip a coin, take a long or short, take it on the right instrument so that actually get a, we actually get a resolution by the end of the day. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of, and I've hidden the account names, but so I kind of rescued this one. What ended up happening yesterday, this particular trade was about 2,000 into profit. So it didn't get all the way there. So I had no choice. I guess it got $1,000 there. Because just over $1,000 there. I think the highest it was 2K, and then it closed out at 1,000 up. The prop firm was up 1,000. So I wouldn't have been able to capture all the hedge drag. So I decided to try to pass this one, and I did. And so kind of got lucky there. Um, if I had if I had failed from there, um, you know what? It might have been actually better to fail from there now that I think of it, because if I failed from there, I would have only not captured $100 of the 200. So I still would have made $60 on the whole thing. Hmm. I'm figuring it figuring out the best way to go, but this gives me a chance at a payout too. So, but honestly, we're trying to avoid the payout. So I probably, if I'm honest with myself, I made the wrong decision there. So I'll make a better decision next time. But you know what's frustrating about trading is you can't really use other people's discretion. You can copy their trades in a way if they're, especially if they're swing trades. But for day trading and for prop trading, it's not something everyone's got to put their time in. TradeBlade's a little different because you really don't need to put your time in, and I'm trying to prove that with this coin flip test. But what's frustrating about other systems and so forth is, I mean, you don't really hear. all the success stories. This person bought this course and they've completely transformed their life. You don't hear that much. Certainly, if it was happening, it would be shouted from the rooftops. So you would you would you would sort of deduce that, you know, it's random and you can't really reproduce results that you did last week, last month, or last year. It's a day in, day out slog, but TradeBlade's not. It's completely stress-free trading. There is some drawdown. So if you're stressed about drawing down on your live account, there is drawdown. I'll show you that. There's drawdown here of $1,080. That's the hedge, that's the funded drag. As you're doubling the contract size on your very first trade of the funded challenge all the way up to 1800. Once you reach 1800, we double it again to 4. So there's quite a bit of hedge drag, and then we had hedge drag that we're counting from the evaluation, the eval. 140 is the eval fee and the PA activation, but you basically, this 1500 basically gets you about break even, maybe a little less. 861 gets you 742. So that's $80. Yeah, so you're a good $80. You're capturing all but about $80. So that's your 3 scenarios. But we also include the bonus round, which gets you to this total here. And we hedge on the bonus round so that if we fail from there, we collect $800. It's almost better to do it that way. Why try to get payouts? The payouts take longer. They also tie up capital. There's more hedge drag. And this can take a few weeks to develop when you start pushing. You could get lucky and get to the first payout in 5 trades and then 5 more. So 10 trades. You could do that. But it's likely going to be more trades. And that, that day, those days grind and grind and grind while you're laying out hedge money. It is moving it from checking to savings, and it will come back to you. But this is the least desirable situation. So anyway, let's see what's going on here. Just sitting back, clicking the vaporizer. I've got blueberry. How do you say it? Acai ice. Blueberry acai ice. It's a fun word to say. So if any of this is of interest to you, hit the website, send me a message. Would love to talk to you. Find out where you're at in your trading journey, what your experience has been with prop firms. We want to be the best friends, the best customers of the prop firms. That's what we want. Fail a lot of evals, fail them quickly, buy more. Make that money. This EV per cycle is automatically generated with a Monte Carlo here. Weighted EV. Wow, that's awesome. Weighted EV. Let's open it. That's a should be 100. Make sure all these are correct. So 40% pass rate. So hopefully, I noticed the microphone's flickering, the lights flickering. So I think the fan. I hope the fan is getting buried. We're just patiently waiting. We flipped a coin, and this is day 2. We're going to see how much money we make. If everything goes well, we'll make another $100 on our 2K capital. So we'll have increased it by 10% in 2 days. Very nice. So what's happened this night? So we've dropped all day. Where's the chart? Okay, right there. So right about there, we have gone down. We went up. No, right here. We went up a little bit, came back down, and have been down, down, down all night. And it looks like it may have made a base. We had a lot of buying here for a big run up. Could be more buying here. But what's cool is we don't have to really predict anything. We don't have to predict price. All we have to do is follow the TradeBlade system, get a 2K account, follow the TradeBlade system, and build that capital, that live capital. And at least, I mean, at the very least, have it pay for your eval journey. Because you do get better with trading over time. You put those years in, you're going to be a good trader. But this is a way that you can make that money now and never really have to sweat it. When I make money, I know I'm not giving any of it back. Very little of it. It's TradeBlade's very stingy. Very little of it goes back. There's only one scenario of 3 where it gives some of the money back. That's selfish. That's greedy. 40% of the time, 60 and 11. So 70% of the time you're making money. 30% of the time you're giving back some money. If we look at weighted EV, which is the best way to look at it, on average, not on average, so based on the probability of this occurring, we lose $25 because of the frequency. So it's weighted EV. Its frequency of occurring is $25 down, $94 up, $83 up. Again, this takes 5 weeks. This takes 2 days. This is the winner right here. Just sitting back with you and looking at this. Is anybody there? Let's see. Let's see if anybody said anything in chat. No. Nobody has said anything in chat yet. I don't know. I don't I don't think I've had a single person click on my live streams. Not one person yet. But we're going to keep going. We're going to at least document everything. And we'll see what TradeBlade can do with a coin flip. And it looks like that coin flip might have worked out for us today. It wants to get back up through here. I just don't see, like everyone's talking about, the economy and dude, I'm older. Old. I stumbled over the word old. I'm older, and dude, I've never seen really pro-business, truly regulatory cutting, pro-American, pro-manufacturing, tariffs, all of that stuff. I've never seen that before. This is going to make the economy scream. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be wealthy again. And Donald Trump, he calls it, man. He absolutely calls it. And it's going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing time. So get TradeBlade. Start building that generational wealth. Remember, this is only running one eval. If you want to run 4 or 5 in a row, you do need 8 or 10,000 bucks, but not quite that much. You need about minimum 1,600 each cycle. Say you're running 5 cycles, that's 8 grand. So with 10 grand, you can comfortably run, what was it? 6, 5, 5. Was it 5? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was 5. So you can run 5 evals at once, and that's $1,000 every 2 days. That's $500 a day when you fail. And you do give back money occasionally. And you do give back money sometimes. That would be $400 you'd be giving back. Or no, 8 times 4 is 300, 9 times 4, $360. But you'd be making 5 times this amount and 5 times this amount every time those hit. My grandma was a big gambler. She loved to gamble. She loved slot machines. And I think she would be proud of this because she would play this game. This is an unfair coin in your favor. She would play this as long as possible. And again, to keep it as long as possible, align yourself with the prop firms. Fail the eval. Pass the eval here and fail it. occasionally you're still going to get to scenario 3. This will drag your live account down while you're waiting for the $1,500. And this will take, 3 weeks to develop. 3, maybe 4 weeks, plus a week or 2 to have the money land. So let's see what we're doing here. This is the prop account showing it's winning. The hedge account is now in the losing side. And what's cool is it doesn't even matter. Yeah, would I like to make $100 here and not give back 400 of hedge, 100 that I won yesterday? Yeah, 100%. But if that happens, we can recover the capital. So so this is definitely a big down day. This might be a trend day and finish at its lows. That's a big selling sign right there at 749, getting in early on the action of selling off. We don't know if whoever did this is correct, but he's definitely nervous that this is going to go lower and he's not going to be able to get out where he wants. So, but I don't have to sweat it. That's the cool thing. I am, on here with you to document it, hopefully to meet some other traders. I need to find trading communities on Discord that will let me show them TradeBlade. They purposely restrict all talking about and promoting, strategies or robots or anything like that. And they filter everything out, and then the one good thing that comes along that actually works, that nobody gets to hear about it. Very frustrating. And what I need to do is be better about making relationships and friendships with people who make those decisions so that they can at least hear me out and hear this out as in terms of what it is. This would be crazy if I could get one little trading community starting to make money with this. It's going to be crazy. So we're going to go ahead and log off here. This has been almost an hour. So I don't think this is going, excuse me. I don't think this is going to actually resolve quickly. So what we'll do is I'll post the results for tomorrow. We'll see what happened. So again, this is day one. Day one results. That was yesterday. So we'll have this updated for us tomorrow. So thank you so much for tuning in, and happy trading. Good luck. Keep it disciplined. Keep it solid. You'll make it. You keep going, you will make it.